7 most common myths in weight loss. Let's dive right in. Myth number 1. You can lose weight while eating what we love. And that's wrong. We know that because what we love is typically pizzas, french fries, burgers, hot dogs, and things of that nature. And those things are filled with simple carbohydrates, fats, and sugars. Therefore, they will not aid in weight loss. Now, even if you do decrease its consumption, that can help a little bit, but it really will not be a major effect. Now, what you can do is find alternatives that are similar to those foods, but are way low in simple carbohydrates, fat, and sugar content. Rather than french fries, you can do air-fried zucchini. Rather than burgers, make sure you get a bread that is lower in calories and carbohydrate content, and also get like grass-fed beef, or maybe a plant-based alternative for the burger patty, and so on and so forth. For pizza, the same. Substitute the crust for a cauliflower crust, or make sure you go for a thin crust alternative. Eliminate the fats like the pepperonis and the sausages and things like that, and just find healthier alternatives like mushrooms, vegetables, and so on and so forth. So those are the things that can help with weight loss. But continue to eat the things that we love, like the pizzas, the burgers, and rice and breads and desserts, without doing some type of modification will not help anybody lose weight. Myth number 2. Exercise without dieting can also help with weight loss. And yes, maybe exercise will help to some extent, but the full effects will not be seen. So exercise and dieting go hand in hand. They both induce a caloric deficit. If the caloric deficit is significant enough, you will see a significant weight loss. But if you exercise and you continue to eat the things that you ate previously, like, again, the pizzas, the burgers, a lot of rice, desserts, and things like that, you will not have a significant caloric deficit. Therefore, weight loss will not be significant as well. Myth number 3. Eating healthy foods without portion control can still help you lose weight. And again, as stated before, weight loss equals caloric deficit. Therefore, that will not work. Yes, it can be better for your body. You'll be consuming healthier foods. It may induce a little bit of a weight loss, but at the end of the day, you do have to have a significant caloric deficit to be able to have a significant weight loss. Myth number 4. Intermittent fasting without changing diet still works. And again, that's wrong, because a lot of times what happens is that most people will undergo intermittent fasting, and during their meal periods, they eat everything that they couldn't eat during the day. So they pile up and they eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in just 8 hours, for example, if you do a 16-8 fast. So if you do intermittent fasting, again, in order to have a good result in weight loss, you need to create a caloric deficit and eat good quality foods, because if all you're eating is things that are high in fat, carbohydrates, and things like that, your body or your metabolism was kind of in shutdown mode for a while. So when your metabolism kicks up again, it will absorb everything, even the things you don't want your body to absorb. So if you're going to do intermittent fasting, make sure that during your eating periods, you eat good, healthy meals, and you do have a caloric deficit. You just don't binge eat every day during your meal periods, just so you know that you can have a significant weight loss. Myth number 5. You can snack anything while you're eating a low-calorie meal and you still lose weight. And again, that's wrong, because what happens is that when you snack anything that you want while you're eating a low-calorie meal, you're basically replacing the quote-unquote caloric deficit during your snacks, and you do not end up being in a negative balance, or not a negative balance, but just a low caloric intake as compared to how you would normally eat when you do this. So the importance here is making sure that even your snacks are low calorie, and you're limited to about 2 snacks a day, because otherwise, again, you are replenishing these calories and you're not inducing a caloric deficit. And as stated before, in order to have weight loss, you need to have a caloric deficit. Waist trainers and abdominal waist casts can help you lose weight. And again, it is a myth. This is because waist trainers and abdominal waist casts do not induce a caloric deficit. What they do is they can help maybe in molding your abdominal area in order to have a more curved waist look, but they do not burn fat. Now, what you can do or have is have some weight loss, but is primarily related to fluid loss or water loss because you do sweat in these areas. So you can lose a little bit of weight, but it's not fat related, it's more fluid related, and it's quickly gained back once you consume fluids. So no, that is a myth. They do not cause weight loss because they do not induce a caloric deficit. And lastly, myth number 7. The sauna is a really great way to lose fat. And that is wrong. That is wrong because of the concept that I just previously explained. With saunas, you lose fluid from the sweating. You do not lose fat. So in order to induce fat loss, you do need a caloric deficit so that your body uses the stored fat as energy and burns it that way. But the sauna will not induce that. So again, if you haven't received the common topic through this whole entire video, at the end of the day, our moral of the story is, in order to have weight loss, you need a caloric deficit. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe and like our channel.